Hi fashion family, you're welcome again to another tutorial. So here we're going to be drafting a basic sleeve, a long sleeve. So that is the length of the sleeve. I have it there as 22 inches, and then I'm going to label that as the sleeve, the full length. And then the cap height. Now to get your cap height, what you need to do is to divide your bust measurement, your bust circumference. You divide that by 12 and then you add 0.5 inches. Okay, if you want it to be a bit loose, you can make it add 1 inch. All right, so you divide your bust measurements by 12 and then you add 0.5. So what I have there is about 3.5 inches. Now to get your biceps, what you need to do also is to divide your bust circumference. You divide that by 6 and then you add 1 inch, depending on the allowance that you have on your armhole anyway, but you can add 1 inch to 1.5. But in this case, I'm not going to be adding seam allowance because we're just drafting a basic body sleeve, a basic bodies a basic sleeve pattern, please, sorry about that. And then the elbow length, to get this measurement of your elbow, this is how to measure that. You just put your tape rule around and then you fold your arm like that so as to get a very firm measurement. So I'm going to place that there. I think I have around 11 inches, so divided by 2 I'll have 5.5 inches. Then to get the sleeve arm opening, so just place your palm like so and then you place the tape measure around it like that. This will give you a very firm measurement. So what I have there is about 9 inches. I divided that by 2 and I have 4.5 inches. So I'm going to be connecting the lines like you seeing me do. If you don't know how to draft the basic bodies, please, the link will be in the description below. It's very detailed and beginner friendly. Okay, I really explained it in details how to draft a basic bodies block, both for the half length and the full blouse length. Now I always do this whenever I'm drafting my sleeve, especially for somebody who is slim or someone who does not have who has a slim upper arm. So I divide what I have there between the bicep and then the elbow. I divide it by 2. Then I get the midpoint. Then between that midpoint and the bicep, I also divide it by 2, just like you can see. Then I will now come in from that point by half inch or quarter of an inch. This is just to, give the sleeve a very fitted fit. Now this is optional, but if you're drafting this sleeve for a busty, for a plus size, or somebody whose upper arm is big, please do not do this because it's going to make the arm area very tight. But if you're drafting this for a slim person, a medium client, or a small size, you can always do this. Okay, this will make the sleeve area very fitted. Now I'm going to draw a straight line. So I'll be drawing a straight line from that point. I'll connect it to the tip there, and I'll take the midpoint. So what I have there, I have about and quarter, 4 and quarter. Then I'll get the midpoint just like this. And on that midpoint, I will go up by half an inch. Okay, just half an inch, and I'm going to connect the lines just like that. So this is very simple. You can always draft these under 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes is very simple. Okay, like I said, please check out my other drafting videos: basic bodies blog, how to draft basic trousers, and how to draft a skirt. All these are very detailed. And please, if you've not subscribed, please do go to subscribe. Click on the notification bell. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to be cutting this up. Now our basic sleeve is ready. But before I cut this pattern out, I'm going to show you how to add your seam allowance. Now, like I said, that your seam allowance depends on how much allowance you want to add. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch all round. I'm adding 1 inch all around the seam all around the sleeve. Now at the tip of the sleeve, I was supposed to show you that before I cut it. Your seam allowance should also be half. I mean, at this area. So whenever you want to cut your sleeve, especially when you're transferring to your fabric, please always add half an inch seam allowance, because that will be the allowance you will use to join your sleeve to your armhole area. I hope you get that. So if you got that, please let me know in the comment section. So I'm cutting this out now, and just as simple as ABC. And do not forget that area too. Like I said, it's optional. But if you want to do it, please make sure that you don't do this for busty, for a plus size client or someone who has a very full, very big upper arm. Now, I'm also going to show you how to add your seam allowance to your round opening, to your sleeve opening. So the seam allowance I'm going to add here will be 1 inch. I'll be adding 1 inch seam allowance to that part. You can make it 1.5, 2 inches, but the highest you can do is 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches or 1.5. So I'm going to draw a straight line just to show you how it will look like. So I'm connecting my lines here. So one more thing I always do is you should extend that place by 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. The reason is that by the time you fold in your sleeve, it will give it this allowance. Okay, so you have to you need to have that so that your sleeve allowance can lay flat by the time you turn it in into your sleeve. So that's the reason for adding such allowance. So I'm just taping what I did. I want to tape it down so that I can now cut the full sleeve measurement. So if you've gained something up to this point, please let me know in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, okay? And I have other drafting videos that I've done on this channel. Please do well to check them out. And I also have a series going on for fashion business owner. If you want to scale up your business, I have the ready to wear series going on. And if you want a one-on-one consultation mentoring with me where I help you scale up your business in everything that you might be having issue with, please, the link will be in the description below. Just send a link to me, click on the link, and we'll be right there waiting to help you scale up your business. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to or trade this so that you can cut out the front armhole. Now you're going to do something on the front armhole. From the front armhole, you divide that section, that point, just like, be cautious of the allowance. Divide that point into two. Sorry, my marker is a bit faint. I think I need to get another one. Divide it into two, and then you come down from that point by 1/4 of an inch. Do you hear that? 1/4 of an inch. Then you join the lines, the new lines you have there. So most times for a perfect fit, your front armhole is a bit deeper than your back armhole. But if you're drafting a very free dress, something free that is not too tight, or maybe you're drafting a dress with a very of which the armhole is big, you might discard this method. But if you're drafting a fitted sleeve, something fitted, you need to make sure that your front armhole is a little bit, it's deeper than your back armhole, because your front armhole, if you look at your body geometry, your front armhole is a bit hollow than your back armhole. So guys, this is how to draft a basic sleeve. It is so simple as ABC. Once you practice this, you're going to get perfect at this. So thank you so much for watching today's hair. Now do not forget all the alterations I mentioned. To get your cap height, divide your bust by 12 and add 0.5. To get your bicep, divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. And then do not forget to add your seam allowance also at the sleeve joining to your armhole. Thanks for watching. Bye.